With Richard Henry Lee's proposal, the debate turned to whether or not the states must vote for independence with the majority or be united. John Hancock made the final decision.
To pass this resolution of independence, all colonies must vote for independence. We must all hang together.
But then Ben Franklin added,
Yes, we must all hang together, or we shall most assuredly hang separately.
knowing they would need a unanimous vote, Ben Franklin then suggested that a document be created to explain the purpose of separation.
Yeah, we should have a document that explaining our purpose for separation.
A committee was established of 5 delegates, including John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson. Benjamin Franklin and others deferred to Thomas Jefferson and John Adams to decide who would write it.
You should do it.
Oh no!
Why will you not? You ought to do it.
No, I will not.
Why?
Reasons enough.
What can be your reasons?
Reason number 1, you're a Virginian, and a Virginian are to appear at the head of this business. Reason 2, I am obnoxious, suspected, and unpopular. You are very much otherwise. And reason 3, you can write 10 times better than I can.
Well, if you are decided, I will do as well as I can.
Yay!
I think you crossed all the right.
Is that close?
All right. After the Declaration of Independence was written, the committee got back together to suggest some adjustments. Ben Franklin suggested,
I suggest changing the phrase, we hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable, to we hold these truths to be self-evident.
Good.
after more changes, the committee presented their document to the Continental Congress, and the delegates made even more changes, and finally it was time to vote, with still many of the delegates against independence. Then things started to change. One by one, each state changed their vote to independence except for 3. South Carolina, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. South Carolina eventually changed their vote to yes. Delaware was divided until Caesar Rodney.
I so hope that both sides will reconcile.
No, sorry, that's you're Robert Morris. Caesar Rodney.
I am so sick and over 80 miles away from Philadelphia at my home resting. But I will ride all night so that I can cast my vote for independence.
And finally in Pennsylvania, Robert Morris of the delegation stood up and made an announcement.
I still hope both sides will reconcile and would like peace between both the colonies and our mother country. But I will abstain from voting, so Pennsylvania will not be the only state yet not to vote for independence. But if we declare independence, I will pledge myself and all that I possess to the cause of my adopted country.
Good job.
Abstain.
Because of these and many other sacrifices, on July 2nd, the delegation to the Continental Congress approved Richard Henry Lee's resolution to declare independence, and on July 4th, the Declaration of Independence was signed.
I was told not to.
Wait, hold on 1 second. There are many unique stories of those that played key roles in ratifying the Declaration of Independence after it was signed. Robert Morris.
I helped finance the war because the British targeted my home and estate. I eventually had to spend 3 years in
Debtor's prison.
And died broke. But I'm happy to know that I helped build a nation.
Very good.
Very well. Thanks for the sacrifice.
Richard Henry Lee.
I was called back to the Virginia in mid-June. It was not a
I was not in Continental Congress.
Continental Congress to vote for my own resolution. However, I returned later in August to sign the Declaration of Independence.
Very good.
Yes.
Samuel Adams.
When England offered to pardon all Americans who fought against them, John Hancock and I were the only ones not offered pardons, and most likely would have been hung for my role in the revolution had we not won the war.
That's big.
And John Hancock.
This Revolutionary War began when the British tried to arrest me and Samuel Adams. Thanks to Paul Revere, his famous rise, we were born and we were not captured. However, a fight broke out at Lexington and a Revolutionary War began.
Ooh. Benjamin Franklin.
In addition to voting for and signing the Declaration of Independence, I also helped create the U.S. Constitution.
Yay.
Other contributions of mine were to create the Library of Congress, the first volunteer fire department, the country's first general hospital, and the University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yay, go Benjamin.
Well done.
And Thomas Jefferson.
After I reestablished my friendship with John Adams, we exchanged over 150 letters.
Sorry. John Adams first. Go ahead. Sorry.
After the new government was established, we had political disagreements, but we were able to be good friends again later in life.
All right. Now Thomas Jefferson.
After I reestablished my friendship with John Adams, we exchanged over 150 letters.
And then we both died on the same day in 1862 on July 4th.
We needed this before the game.
Spoiler alert. With all those facts.
All our facts.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. You know what? If I could just. Good job.
Troopers!
If I could just add one more thing. Caesar Rodney here. When I was at the Independence Hall last summer, this time, actually we were out there July 4th, right?
Wow.
Yeah, last year we missed the part. Actually, it wasn't the party, so we didn't see
Party
anything.
if you weren't here, Jake.
So on the back of a quarter, the quarter from Delaware, which there's only a few made, they're the only person to single out a person for their deed as opposed to a symbol or something. And it's of Caesar Rodney. The ride he made that night. Oh, you're Richard Henry Lee. Who's Caesar Rodney? Oh, Caesar Rodney.
Oh.
Caesar Rodney made a ride with cancer
Look, you're 20.
on horseback all
riding
night
on
long.
horseback.
On horse.
And it's incredible that he was able to make that ride. And so I'm challenging everyone, look on the back of the quarter and see if you ever see a Caesar Rodney quarter. They're rare to find, but if you see one, keep it, because that was one of the key factors of independence in the United States. Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Thank you.
Bravo.
It's getting a little chilly out here.